Well, air travel, meanwhile, crawling at a snail's pace in the New York City area. Let's check in with our own Catherine Herridge. She is live right now at New York's LaGuardia Airport. Catherine.
Heading in, if you're traveling, you can expect to see some major changes when it comes to security. I'm just going to take a little walk here to show what I'm talking about. Gone are the days of curbside checking. You can see all of these kiosks here are absolutely empty all the way down the terminal. You've got to check your bag in at the counter. Now, I also wanted to show you here where they used to load the luggage into the terminal. All of this has been locked shut. Now, what we've also seen here today is we've seen cops with sniffer dogs. We've also seen U.S. Marshals. And within the last couple of hours, we also witnessed an incident here which will give you a sense of how on edge people are. Cops told us that the man that you're seeing with a beard made a threat at the counter. He talked about some items in his briefcase. They took the briefcase away and they checked it. They started to question him. They were not satisfied with his answers. They then took him outside of the terminal building. They then questioned him further. They frisked him. They then handcuffed him and took him away and told us that they're going to question him even more and that he may face an arrest. Now, despite this additional security, the passengers we spoke to say they're still nervous about flying.
I'm very nervous. Very nervous. I sent my postcards out yesterday telling my kids I love you and we're coming home.
It makes you feel a little worrying. A little queasy in the stomach.
You can also expect cops checking your ID as you come into the airport. They're looking at picture ID specifically, and you can also expect very long lines. Just for American Airlines, to get from the end of the line to the counter, people were telling us it was taking about 2.5 hours. Some people we spoke to said they weren't even traveling today, but they had an e-ticket. They wanted to make sure that they had a paper ticket in their possession because, of course, you can't get down to the gate anymore unless you've got a ticket. So, folks, happy that there's more security, understanding that it's going to take them more time, understanding that they need to check with the airline in advance to make sure the flight is actually going, and in many respects having to leave the same amount of time for a domestic flight that, in the past they would have left for an international flight. We're also told here that about 50 to 55% of the planes are moving, so the aircraft are taking off, but people have to remember that it's not moving quickly at all. We're live at LaGuardia. Catherine Herridge, Fox News. Back to you.
All right. Thanks, Catherine. Lots of patience now, but we'll see how long that lasts.
Indeed, indeed.